next set will be played on Akilon Wastes. Spawning in the bottom right-hand position as the blue Protoss from Kespa Team 8. His name is Argo. Can he end the series right now, or will he fall to the ultimate weapon?
His opponent going for the second kill of the day, spawning as Red Terran on the left top position of the map. His name is Flash.
And so Flash, after a nail-biting game against Ty, he was able to eventually come through with the win. I feel like his experience in just handling really weird and close situations like that allowed him to take the win there.
And, I mean, the decision-making from Flash was fantastic. After seeing that his opponent was going for pure Hellbats, he just went for the tanks right away and started making those. Went for the natural, and the biggest key point in that particular game was he took out the command center. That was actually Ty's mistake. He shouldn't have lost the command center at all. And Flash going for the greedy third command center inside the main base, he replenished every single SCVs that he lost. So when you look at the units lost tab in the middle of the game, you see that Ty actually killed more SCVs than Flash, but Flash had like twice the amount of SCVs compared to his opponent.
Indeed. Looks like Flash is going to go for a reactor expand opening here against Argo. Argo, he is getting his first assimilator here. We don't know what's going to happen beyond that. We could see a second one, or we could just see one gas into an expand build from him. I'll have to wait and see.
Now, Argo did say that when it comes to PvT on this map, Immortal Bust is so strong, so we might even see it happen again today.
Yeah. I was thinking about that as soon as you said it. I was wondering, is Argo going to go for the Immortal Bust or not? He claims it's very powerful. No doubt Flash knows this, but will he be prepared for it?
There's some builds in StarCraft where even if you know it's coming, it's hard to defend. For example, back in the days when 1-1-1 was really popular in TVP, when Terran player lost with a 1-1-1, every single coach, every single player would say, well, the Terran player did a micro well.
Yeah.
Because it was such a strong build and Protoss players had a hard time defending against it. In fact, they just couldn't find an answer for a couple of weeks, I have to say.
I think it took more than a couple of weeks, man. I think it took like 3 months to figure that out. I remember having to deal with the 1-1-1. It was not fun at all. You could, if you made one little mistake, you just instantly lost. And interestingly enough, Argo not even bothering the scout is natural for a potential E-Bay block, which is going to happen there. This Reaper's going to be able to move across the map, meet that Zealot in open conflict in the middle of the map here, and potentially take that out. So will Flash see that? Oh, it looks like he just barely missed it.
We do have the Mothership Core out on the way from Argo. The engineering bay almost finished, but of course he's just gonna leave it there. But this also means that he's not gonna have any units back at home to defend against Zealot.
Yeah, this is actually kind of weird for Flash right now because his main expansion right here, well, that Nexus is not going to be able to build right there. We have a Stalker on the way as well. This natural command center actually forced to be halted production side. And the second Stalker is heading across the map, third on the way as well. Flash playing really greedy right now. The double engineering bay is going up, and this is actually kind of scary for Flash. He doesn't have enough units to defend against this. He's building the bunker, but
the Stalker arrives.
The Stalker is arriving now, and things could go very bad for Flash at this point. He's going to lose those Marines here for free. This Zealot does go down, but this Reaper can't get into the bunker before this ends up repairing.
Whoa, the Stalker's out of position. The Stalker actually needs to start eating away on the bunker because the Marine got inside right away.
All right, well, these probes here are going to eventually be able to kill off that Nexus there. And
the engineering bay.
Excuse me, the engineering bay. Right, yeah, then it's going to be able to put down the Nexus. So there it goes. We have +1 attack on the way for Flash here. Is continuing to build that command center. The Reaper regenerating energy. It's going to head over to Argo's expansion now and scout around, see what's going on. Wants to make sure that there's no additional pressure. But the Mothership Core,
wow,
doing a great job here at denying Flash from really building this expansion. So a lot of pressure all the way. And look at this. The Stalker's going to... oh. That was a Jaehoon moment from Argo.
Well, that's what happens if it's 10 p.m. still playing in Pro League.
Yeah, the players are getting tired as well. It's not just the fans and the casters. So it's getting pretty late over here.
These two Stalkers, they don't want to see each other. You know, the one of them hit each other, so he feels sorry. The other one doesn't want to see him.
And the Reaper spotted instantly over here by that watchtower. Argo going to force it away. Mothership Core now returning to the main base. We have a Robo on the way here. +1 attack is about halfway done for Flash, and he's building more barracks right now, getting a factory behind this as well. starting to stabilize. Things looking good for our Terran player.
Argo is slightly behind his opponent, but, you know, he is just slightly behind. He can still come, you know, he didn't lose that many probes. You know, Nexus has been delayed, but he delayed his opponent's command center for a long time and even killed 2 Marines and a Reaper.
Yeah.
Actually, not the Reaper. Almost killed the Reaper.
I have an Observer and Sentry on the way here from Argo. Looks like he wants to up his scouting game here. And get now finally Stim on the way for Flash as well. Supply's still actually in the advantage of Argo right now, so you know he's all right. At this point, he is going to be behind on upgrades, though. That's probably the biggest thing to take from this. So look at that supply count with a grain of rice. The Starport is now on the way as well. This Reaper, it looks like these Stalkers, they just, for some reason, they're magnetically attracted to this Reaper, and they know where it is.
And the Stalkers are in great position to deny the scouting into the main base. Behind this, Argo is gonna get 2 forges inside the main base. So Flash, he wanted to use the Reapers instead of using the scan, but sometime soon he is gonna have to waste 1 mil into scanning his opponent's base.
Yeah, he needs to see what's going on here because Argo, he is getting the double forge, going for the robotics bay as well. It looks like he's going to actually play more of a macro game. He's not going to go for that immortal bust that we were talking about and the one that he performed in the past.
Well, his Nexus has been delayed for a long time, and he's feeling slightly uncomfortable at this point, so why not just play a regular macro game? You can still take him down. Argo is a solid player in Starcraft2.
Supplies starting to even out right now, 69 to 66. We have the 1-1 on the way for Argo. His robotics bay just about finished. More observers being built as well. And nice scan sees the double forge as well. And you know what? That's in kind of a vulnerable position if you think about it. If there's no proper defense at the main base, Flash could do a drop.
Well, Flash saw everything. I thought that was out of the range from the Robo, but that's a lot of Marines streaming through right now. The Colossus is out of the way, but all Argo has is handful of Zealots, 2 Sentries, and 3 Stalkers.
Yeah, it looks like the Stim, Combat Shields, and +1 Armor are going to finish around the same time here. Flash gearing up for an attack. The 1-1 for Argo still pretty far behind. He's only getting his first Colossus right now, and he's getting a Twilight Council behind this, which means the pressure may be a little bit more deadly than he's expecting. +1 armor almost done. Combat shield just finishing up for the Marines, and now he's going to scout around. Sees that there's almost nothing, but nice force field by Argo. So these Marines aren't going to be able to accomplish anything at this point. They may go in after the force field's finished. We have an armory on the way as well. Let's start that +2 attack for Flash. War Prism on the way, though, for Argo here. So it looks like he wants to, you know, do some dropping of his own. At the same time, though, Flash is just going to passively deny his opponent. Argo moving out here with some good force fields. Maybe he can kill off some units. The splits, though, pretty good from Flash, and the Marines are just going to be able to shoot through these Zealots.
Because Flash can micro his units all day long. The Colossus getting picked up for free.
And I think that Flash just won this game. Argo actually like, oh, what did I do here? He is like, GG is called. Argo.
You don't do that as a Protoss player. You don't move out against Terran Bio Ball unless you know that you have a...
Guys, we'll find out after this commercial break.